I was just happy to finally get there to the stadium, you know what I'm saying, see the stadium. Of course, it was raining. I wasn't really worried about my suit or anything. You know, I was too excited for the game. You know, I really didn't care about none of it. It could all got wet and soaked and all that. I really didn't care. I was excited that college football was back. Forget the wait, it's almost over with. You know, the game is already is here.
When we were actually on the field during warm-up and pregame, they had to let the students in early.
I did hear the yelling and whatnot, you know, the boos when you come out.
So the students were out there just yelling and talking heavy trash to basically everyone who was over there. It was just a hostile environment. It's really just us against everyone else, and we just got to take that mentality everywhere we go, especially to a hostile environment like Maryland.
All I saw was guys that were ready, guys that wanted to win, guys that were prepared.
We've been working all summer, you know, all the lifting, the fifth quarters in the weight room, just all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? All the little, you know, captain-led drills, U-Tough, all that stuff, just to get to the game.
Everybody up! Everybody up! Everybody up!
No, it's intense.
Our brand, you tough 6 seconds at a time, okay, men? And then stake your claim to this legacy right now. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The enthusiasm was through the roof. We were all hyped about, you know, hoping for the best.
It was different, I'm not gonna lie. There's much more energy going on. And, you know, before the kickoff, we were all swaying back and forth. I mean, that meant a lot, how we were together, and it was just that wall of, you know, togetherness, all the teammates.
Linking arms before the kickoff was something new for a lot of people on the team, and me, myself included. But it showed a lot of the things that Coach Golden was preaching about, toughness and unity, especially unity, coming together in a hostile environment like Maryland, and coming together and linking arms, and before kickoff, swaying back and forth just to show the other team that we're ready and we're here and we're ready to have a big game.
The golden era is underway. Look at the 5 to the 10 to the 15 and drag down.
You're opening up against an ACC team in a very hostile environment, so it wasn't anything to ease into.
Down to the 4, down to the 3, and diving. Touchdown for Maryland.
Maryland was already up 7. Playing away is hard to, you know, really get some momentum, so there was a lot of pressure for us to go ahead and get a 3 and out or get a change of events so we could just get some momentum going for ourselves.
7-0 Maryland, looking to make it a 2-touchdown lead. Bootleg rolling right side, looking to the end zone, firing, end zone intercepted by Von Telemack. A big-time play by Von Telemack.
I was just happy I got the ball. I started looking around and I started running. Saw a couple players high-five with them, jumping around. It's just, you know, a lot of excitement.
For him to come up with that big interception, and, you know, boosted the team's morale huge, and just a big momentum change, and, you know, the stadium silenced after that.
What was equally as big as Vaughn's interception was, you know, the way we responded as a team after that. You know, we kind of fought back and quieted the crowd and stabilized the game.
Firing down the middle's got him in, Hearns at the 15 to the 10. James in the backfield. James on the ground, right side, Orange in the end zone. And the Hurricanes are right back into this one. 3rd and 7, big play here. O'Brien looks left, he throws, the ball is tipped in the air and caught by Maryland. It went to Maryland, it went to Miami, now it's incomplete.
Instead of 7 points, you know, they're walking away with 3. So that was big. You know, that kept us in the game.
Kick headed for the uprights, and it's good.
And every single time Maryland scored, we had a feeling that we had to score right now. And that's kind of the mindset that we took offensively.
You're kind of in your own world, and you're trying to get questions answered and move on to the next play and the next play and so forth and so on. And all of a sudden you look up and you watch all these sets of eyes on you, and you realize that these guys, man, they're into it. They want to perform. They want to play. They don't want to let their teammates down.
Right side has a block in the hole, and here we go. Miller to the 20, Miller to the 10. Lamar Miller for a Hurricane touchdown.
That play, we blocked it perfect, and it felt so good to see him go untouched. 41 yards for a touchdown.
Maryland is throwing the kitchen sink at Miami, and Miami has the lead with 4:04 to go in the first half.
It was a huge play because we had almost gone down 14-0. and then be able to respond like that and have a chance to be able to go up at halftime.
As a coach, you know, one of the biggest things that you want to make sure your team does is always, you know, take a punch and counter and compete. What looked very bleak, you know, 15 minutes into the game, all of a sudden, once we got the game stabilized, halfway through the second quarter was then 14-13.
After we got the lead, we put everything else behind us. We put the weather, that was pretty bad the whole game. The noise crowd was pretty ridiculous the whole game.
Right before the half, we didn't have good ball security. They got a bounce, and next thing you know, they're scoring.
And Volano is into the end zone for a Maryland touchdown. What a terrible break.
That was unfortunate, but again, I didn't see a lot of pouting. I didn't see a lot of guys with their head down, and we came out in the second half and opened with a drive and scored.
Down to the 2, he dives to the end zone, he is in for a touchdown.
We took a lot of punches in that game and countered, and of course we had an 8 or 9 minute drive, 16-play drive to kick the go-ahead field goal.
And now it's going to be up to Whiteclaw to try to give Miami a 1-point lead. And it is good! Jake Whiteclaw, a 30-yard field goal, 4:01 to go. Miami 24, Maryland 23.
We overcame a lot of situations in that game, being down, being in a hostile environment, never giving up.
We just took the lead, and now all we have to do is stop them.
Kevin Dorsey puts Maryland in position to go in front.
But even then, you know, they got down there again, and our defense held.
Kick on the way. It is good. And Maryland has the lead with 1:39 to go in the game.
I just didn't think we were going to lose. You know, I thought we were just going to counter again. That's the way I always am. I mean, they make a play, then we got to make a play, and they went up ahead, but we had enough time to certainly come back and kick a field goal.
As an offensive unit, when we looked over to the sidelines, we saw everybody cheering us on, and you know, we wanted to never let them down.
That goes to show that we are together, and we still had a chance to win the game, and we still believe.
I'm glad we had that unity and that there's a bond there and that we thought we were going to win. You know, we just got to execute a little bit better.
51 seconds to go. 26-24, Maryland by 2.
It was getting down to a point where we knew we had to convert.
Morris calls for the ball, looking to throw. Looking right, fires right, intercepted down the sidelines by Maryland. They're going to win the ball game. Breaking a tackle at the 20.
Once I threw the ball, I saw the DB break for it. It was kind of like the ball just stopped and time just froze.
We really don't look at it like fans look at it. Nobody knows that the route wasn't run correctly. And everybody just says Stephen Morris threw an interception. Just like when Stephen fumbled the ball in the first half in the red zone, nobody really talks about the running back who missed the block.
Coach Golden, from the moment he took the job, has been addressing turnovers and penalties, and it's frustrating that in the first game, they came up and bit us again.
Heartbreaking. You know, we put a lot in that. We put a lot into that game. You know, it had nothing to do with effort, nothing to do with our fight. You know, our conditioning, our passion. We were pumped up for that game. We played hard that. We fought hard that game. But at the end of the day, you can't make mistakes, and it's on everyone.
It was very disappointing. It was probably one of the hardest losses I ever had in my whole career.
I was so upset after the game. It's because last year I thought it was my last year. But, you know, obviously it wasn't, and I was blessed to get another year. Last year I felt what a loss feels like, but this year I felt that we worked so much harder to be where we're at today, and that loss, it hurt me a lot.
They're usually not going to be that emotional about losing unless they put a lot into attempting to win. He put a lot into it.
Big being a Miami native, just bleeding orange and green. You know, of course he has it permanently tattooed on his body, you know, on his arm. You can't do anything but help to see, you know, the school do well.
We had enough here to win tonight. We didn't get it done. Starting with me. And we need a lot of guys to be the same guy, because people are going to want to splinter you, and all you have is each other. That's it. I told you before the game. If you didn't know then, that's what you got now. All you got is each other.
All we have is us, and you know that's the mentality we've took, you know, since day one. And so I think, you know, our togetherness is just going to remain the same because, you know, we're already a close-knit group as it is and a close-knit team. So I think togetherness now is just, you know, kind of just pulling each other along and just fighting the battle and just stepping on and moving on to the next game.
Yeah, we lost. You know, we lost, but I feel like progress can still be made. That one single loss doesn't tell like the true story of what we've been doing here. We made a lot of progress in a lot of areas, unity being one of them.
Putting on the shirt and tie at the end, it just shows the class that Coach Golden has.
Leave as we came, you know, carry that brand, you know, that Coach Golden told us to bring.
It says no matter what, we're a team. Win, lose, we're a team. We believe in the process that Coach Golden's brought here, and we're going to continue to do the process and get it right.
One thing I hear Coach Golden saying a lot is you got to be the same guy every day. No matter what's going on, you got to be the same guy you were yesterday as today. Business when we're coming in, it's business when we leave, you know, win or lose. I think by doing that, it'll help our unity and us staying together in the long run.